Always in there.
Hey guys, here we are with Letting It All Hang Out, episode number 26. We're off to a great. We're almost at the end of the second half or the second quarter of the year, right? We're almost into June, and we've all been working really hard to get to where we are in this first half of the year. So we're really excited. And today we're going to do something a little bit different that we have been in the past. In the past, we've been doing a lot of trainings on mindset, techniques, strategies, and kind of getting yourself into the home business industry or digital entrepreneurship. Today we're going to talk about our actual system that everyone on this panel is currently a member of and currently an affiliate and business partner with. Not necessarily our only program or opportunity or company, but is certainly, for the most part, as far as I know, our main one. So I'm going to introduce everybody as usual. We have Steve Greenhouse today. Steve, how are you, sir? Oh, can't hear you.
Hear me now, Mother?
Yes, sir. Now I can.
Okay, thanks for having me back. I'd pressed the wrong button again. You don't have to be technically brilliant to do this, obviously.
Cool. We also have Sri Pavarabju. Sri, how are you, sir?
I'm doing awesome, thanks, Yuli.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, no problem. Sri is he's living the digital lifestyle and being abroad. He's at a Starbucks right now, and he might fade in and out because his battery's running out of his laptop. So that is the laptop lifestyle. But hey, that's you gotta have power.
You gotta have power.
Yeah, you got the power.
Humphreys, how are you today?
I'm really good, thank you very much. Hello everyone, and good to be here again. And thank you for inviting me.
Oh, no problem. You're always part of the team here. And then we got James Williams over here from where are you in Spain living the laptop lifestyle? Poolside, no less.
I'm poolside coming from Palma Nova, and hopefully we don't get too many interruptions from drunken people within this hotel. But I'm really glad to be able to get on this because I wasn't sure what the Wi-Fi connection was going to be like, but it's looking good so far.
Yeah, it looks great. So you're unfortunately by the bar, which I don't see a cocktail. Why don't I see a cocktail?
I had a bit of a mad one last night, Yuli, so taking it easy tonight.
Yeah. How long are you in Spain for?
Just a week. Then I'm back to the UK for a week. Then I'm shooting over to Ireland for another week. So it's the joy of living the digital lifestyle.
Jet setter. So you made a funny comment when we were doing the intro before, or when we were talking. You had said that you're on holiday because what was the reason your mom said?
So basically, my mum rang me the other day and she said, "Do you fancy going away to Spain for the week? You don't have a job, so or you don't have a real job, should I say?" I says, "Yeah, let's go, let's do it. I don't have to ask for leave. I don't need to tell anyone. I'm just gone. Yeah, let's go."
How does that feel?
Oh, it's brilliant. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
You know, whereas before you'd be trying to fit in leave, making sure that no one's got leave when you're taking leave within work, and that isn't a concern now. It's just so easy. It's great.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely one of the leading benefits to having your own online business and being able to work from anywhere as long as, like Jay said, there was a decent laptop or Wi-Fi connection. So that really is one of the biggest benefits to doing what it is that we all do and what we're all thriving and striving to do on a full-time basis. And today we're going to talk a little bit more about that, and particularly our system, how it works, and how our resources, tools, communities, mentors, coaches, and our entire business system kind of wrapped in one help you succeed as a digital entrepreneur, or as any entrepreneur, really. I mean, even if you are offline and you're trying to get your business online, our system basically covers all aspects of the digital marketplace. So I'm really excited about talking about it today because it's changed my life over the last 18 months or so. I'm not saying that I'm driving around in a Rolls Royce now and living in a 10,000 square foot mansion yet, but it has changed my mindset, my attitude, so many other things that I incorporate into my regular career life, scheduling, timing, productivity, all sorts of things. So that's what I'm really interested in talking about today. And tonight we have some people who are really in deep with the six-figure mentor system, and I think they have a lot of insight on what's happened, their life, how it has changed over the last couple of years or however long they've been part of the system, and I'm excited for that. So Sri, I'm gonna hit you up first, only because I'm afraid that you might bail out on us due to technical difficulties. So how do you think Six Figure Mentors has changed your life, or what do you consider some of the higher benefits, one of the more exclusive benefits to Six Figure Mentors?
Six Figure Mentors. Can you hear me okay?
You're a little light.
Okay, now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Six Figure Mentors is an honest, ethical business model, unlike the other ones out there, which push products onto people. That's number one. Two, it has got immense resources at its disposal that usually if you plug into some other system, they'll charge you for it, whereas Six Figure Mentors comes with all these free resources that are available to you right away. Two. Number three, the training is awesome. I mean, you get so much training which is worth thousands of dollars for absolutely free just for being a member. And four is the community, the events that they have. It's just overflowing with energy, enthusiasm, positivity. It's anything over and above what you can even imagine to have in an online business model.
Pretty much all of it. So we can wrap it up right now. And you're right. The research, and I was going to try to do a screen share later, but or later on in this broadcast. But the resources that we do have available to us, not only the training that's promised to you or offered to you in the beginning, so you get the original trainings, which is the laptop lifestyle, and that's the free bonus. And then beyond that, you get all of the different trainings depending on how you're positioned. There's just, I would say, there's months of training back in the archives and in the back office of all the stuff. And not only that, but you get anything, all the new resources and all the new tools and all the new programs that they develop, and they're just developing them all the time. You get that just for being a member. They're not trying to get more money out of you every time they come up with a new tool or a new resource or a new model, new links, videos, boot camps, training series. They're yours. You're part of the family, and they just kind of just roll them in for you. So that's been an incredible experience too, because the Digital Business Lounge alone, people are paying $50 a month for, and that's included with our membership. So it's really cool. Joe, what do you think? How have you been affected so far with the Six Figure Mentors and the Digital Experts Academy?
Well, massively. I mean, I came into it as a total person who didn't understand any technology whatsoever, but I did like the concept of our co-founders, Stuart Ross, and actually Stuart was on his own when I came into the business, which was way back in 2012, and then 3 months later, Jay actually came in November, and basically the system has changed vastly since. I mean, for the basics of basics, it teaches you how to make money being an affiliate. End of, really. If only you wanted to do that, to develop the fact that you could have your own sites and sell products, then that again is what this business can help you with. But secondly, depending on what position you want to get to in the business, you can have a very, very big business that guarantees you time freedom and financial independence. So really, we've got the whole scale here, Yuli, from the very get-go, and it is never ending, because you can end up joint venturing with Stuart and Jay. The top membership is a black membership, whereby you start really getting into the nitty-gritty of networking. We have amazing retreats with other like-minded business people. And really, it's completely up to you how you want to utilize it. But everything, as you just so rightly said, is in this system for you to do whatever you wish to do with.
Yeah, it's all included. It's the most rounded program or system that I've ever been involved with. Or not that I have 100 years of experience in the internet, but with the experience I have had and with the companies that I have bounced in and bounced out of. The Six Figure Mentors and the Digital Experts Academy has had absolutely no problem keeping me retained with all the. I've got, regardless of what company I end up working with, I'm going to need those tools and those resources anyway. So I stay with them regardless. I can use them for anything, and I don't just have to market their business. They're teaching us how to be completely independent of them, so we can do whatever we want, which is a great thing. And we haven't even talked about commissions or the actual business model, which is a story all on its own. Steve, I think Jay just stepped. Oh, he's back. Steve, what's your take on what we're trying to do here today? So, by the way, and if anybody wants to, at any point of this seminar, webinar, anybody wants to join somebody that you're talking to specifically, there's a link on any one of our pages. Mine is right on the right side of my page. You can sign up to get your applications or anything else. So that's my sales pitch. Steve, what do you think?
I'm going to look at this differently, because all the gizmos and gadgets and all the whirligigs and all the wonderful landing pages and all the technology didn't mean shit to me. Didn't matter. I wouldn't have understood them even if I'd known what was available. I came to the internet because 35, 25, 28 years of pension planning just went down the toilet, and I was very, very scared. I was looking at a poverty-stricken retirement stroke old age, and I had very scarce resources. I was very time poor because I was working so many hours a week just to keep bread coming on the table. And I'm not saying all this and saying, oh, get the violins out, woe is me. I'm telling you where I was. And I had two options. I could either get more jobs and exchange even more time for a little bit of money, or I could learn how to work smart and parlay away some of my remaining savings and finding out ways of being able to work smarter, so that this dream of having an income on autopilot where I didn't actually have to physically put time in to get money out was, it was like this oasis, this, that's not the right word,
epiphany,
this heaven that you can't really get to. It's this vision, and you think, you see people make money online and you think, if I could do 1/10 of what they're doing, I'd be free. And so I looked around and I met an awful lot of people, and you put business opportunity or you put make money into line on Google and you will find thousands of ways to get your money taken out of your wallet.
Yeah.
And very few ways to have money going the other way. Now, the offers that we're making to people tonight involve an investment and will involve you paying. But what you're actually doing, if you take the goggles and the suspicion and the cynicism away, you're investing in your own future. And that is a really difficult thing to do. And my offer to people is, you will have a 30-day trial period anyway. And if you were to upgrade within that period, any time after the 30-day guarantee and you upgrade, then I'll still be working with you. And that is the big difference. When I first met Stuart, and I met him before Jill did, he was partnered with Daniel Wagner, and both Daniel and Stuart have this incredible ethic. Don't get me wrong, they both want to make money, but they live by their words. And I don't mean what they say. If Stuart says, I will do something, he does it. And if Stuart or Daniel or Jay Kubizak say, I will be there and I will do this with you, they will do it. Now, I stuck around the outside for a very long time testing people. I'm very long in the tooth and I'm really suspicious. And I don't like being taken for a fool. And I had this huge potential pain in my life where I needed to get resolution. I needed to find an alternative way. I needed to find a way of developing a second income or a primary income. Christ, a second income would be nice. Just develop a primary income so that I can set my wife and myself free when we're supposed to retire. You know, it may not be apparent from this wonderful bizarre that I'm quite mature to be playing around with technology. And I came really hampered with an inner fear that I wouldn't be able to do any of this. And if you're saddled with that similar fear, don't be. Okay, you've got a 30-day cooling off period. There'll be a link on my page where you've come in on if you're on my list. Click on that. You've got a 30-day time period for $25 where you can look around and you can get a feel of it and you can talk to people. And that's all you need to do. If you're in a similar situation to where I was, there's no better time than now to start trying to change stuff. And I don't want to talk about gizmos and landing pages and stuff like that, because realistically, if you can turn a computer on and you can get to this page, you have all the skills you need to start. You don't have all the skills you need to get to the winning post, but if you have discipline and a work ethic, you have the tools that you need to start. So I hope that kind of tells you where I'm coming from. Realistically, if you know why you want to make money online, I can help you. I can't help you find your reason why, and no matter how compelling the system is and how good the system is, if you don't know why, you're not going to use it. It's like saying, I've got the best circular saw in the world. If you work with concrete, it's about as much good as a chocolate fire guard, because it won't cut through it. You know? So I'll take a rest now. I hope that helps people put things into perspective as to why you're sitting here looking at these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gorgeous people. Some of us with some of us with young faces, some of us with pretty hair.
Well, you made some great points. You made that it does require an investment to get involved with any industry, any business. It's going to take an investment, and it is going to take time. And it is, like you said, if you have the discipline to do the work, then the work is there. But you also made the point of saying that you're not trading time for money. At some point, that detaches. I mean, you will be trading time or money in the beginning, but once you get that system in your favor, then that kind of starts slowly detaching it, and then it goes, and then that's where that autopilot scenario comes into play. But you do have to have the discipline to put in the work. And if you're not willing to put in the work, then I'm afraid you're not going to be successful at any business, whether it's opening up a McDonald's or opening up an online business. You just have to have the discipline and the ability and the why to work, like Steve said.
Yeah. And I would say that 90% of people that start this sort of thing come in and build it alongside an existing job. And Jay is different in the fact that he's come out of a full-time job, and I have to say that discipline of coming home, having been at work for 12 hours a day, rolling your sleeves up and not watching TV and not going to the pub and spending 2 or 3 hours in the office getting on with your business, that is more demanding than doing a full-time job.
I agree. I'm in that same boat. I have a full-time job, which I come home from daily, and whether I put in 2 or 3 or 4, sometimes I've got more time, but you end up doing the work, and that's where you start seeing the results.
Yeah.
For a long time, I didn't do the work. I just thought it was all plug and play, and it'll happen, and it's just you have to make it happen.
Yeah, you do. You really do.
Yeah. So Jay, you have a very interesting scenario that a lot of people that are watching may not understand. Your picture's coming in awesome, by the way. Nice job with the find the quiet spot. Your background's amazing, by the way. You have an interesting scenario. Why don't you explain that a little bit and how you ended up with the Six-Figure Mentors and what you used to do and what you're doing now and how that kind of plays together.
So I was introduced to the Six-Figure Mentors through Chris, my now business partner, and I've never ever even considered an online business. I was in the military for 9 years. I've actually got 1 week to go, and then I'm completely out. I got offered a £75,000 a year job working for James Corn off Dragon's Den, recruitment company. and I turned that down. And the reason I turned it down is because I could see so much potential in the business, and I knew with a few of the key things that Steve was mentioning there, things like work ethic, discipline, right attitude. I knew I had all of them, and I knew that whatever I did, I would give it my best shot. I would work hard at it. I would be committed to it, and so it allowed me to live the life that I want to live. And as you can see now, I'm in Spain with this lovely backdrop. It could be better, but it'll do for now. And I'm committed to my business, and I think commitment is a massive thing. I could be in the bar now having a lot more to drink, or I could be on this webinar chatting to you guys and trying to put my story across.
And that's super important, because we could all be sitting somewhere having a drink right now, but we're not. We're working, and what most people consider work and what we consider work are completely different things. And those are the skills that you do end up having to develop, but with the proper system, guidance, coaching, mentoring, training, you get that. Those things come. But like Steve said, to get started, you're already done as far as you need to do to get started. You're able to get here to where you're watching this webinar. That gives you the ability to know how to turn on a computer, go on YouTube if you're on YouTube, register for a webinar if you registered for the webinar, or whatever you did. And that's enough to get you online to get back into your training, and that's all it really takes.
I just want to say something about the level of people that you're working with. Something that in the last few weeks I've been listening to a lot of Guy and Elan's podcasts, and you just look at the caliber of the people we're actually working with. Stuart, Jay, these are guys with years of experience, and Guy and Elan, they're all at the top of their games, and it's so amazing to work with these people because it's an honor for me. I aspire to be them, and it's a really nice feeling to be part of that. And I don't think we should take that for granted, because I'm sure there are a lot of other make money online schemes out there, but I'd be prepared to put money on the fact that they won't get the sort of consultation and the chance to work with some of the people we do.
Yeah, I agree that. I was amazed that within the first week of being a member of the Six Figure Mentors, I was actually on the phone or on a webinar directly one-on-one with Stuart. We were doing I forgot what the webinar was, but we were doing a live chat, and he brought me up, and I was talking to him directly. I was actually in my car on my way to a meeting, and I didn't expect to be caught up, so I didn't have a headphone, I didn't have anything. And it completely caught me off guard, but so quickly into the game, like right away talking to Stuart, which is the co-founder and one of the mentors, and then starting to talk to all of you guys. And now I understand the leadership is great in this company, but it's the entire community. I've found friends. I've found. I mean, it's an amazing thing that I've never personally met any one of you guys, and I still consider all you guys friends. And one day I will. I'm pushing for Australia, but
need to be there.
Yeah, it's just a community the community itself is just what keeps you going. And I think Jay and Stuart have made a lot of effort to make sure that the community that they do attract maintain that stability and maintain that community feeling, instead of just grabbing any Tom, Dick, and Harry off the street and be like, hey, So they're very particular on who gets membership through the application process, and I think that's a great feeling being on this side of it.
I think that's an essential part of what they do, though. The community that's been established is, I don't want to say I'm precious about this, but people that come in that don't fit in won't last long anyway. And Jay and Stu have got a very good way of filtering those people out. And the other opportunities I've looked at, basically, if you've got a pulse and a checkbook, you're in, and that certainly isn't the case here. Wouldn't you agree, Jill?
Totally, absolutely, 199,000%. Yeah.
Big number.
I'll take that as a yes then.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. Yeah. Really, a lot of people will come into a business opportunity like this and say, right, I'm just in it for the money. That's all I want. And to be all honesty, there is a way of doing that if you want to do that. But, we're a community that are here not just to help ourselves, but in helping ourselves, we help others anyway. And that's the whole reason for these Hangouts, is not just to blow our own trumpets or say, hey, look at me, I'm in the six-figure mentors. It's actually to enable you, the person that's watching this, to get a little bit more clarity in perhaps what you're looking for. And all of us are huge, diverse backgrounds. We all come from different things, and that is the brilliant part about this, is because everybody can do it. But it just depends if you want to. And if you want to work hard, invest in yourself, like all the guys are saying. If you want your own business, you will have to part with money. That's obvious. You're investing in your life. So, you know, that's basically why we're here. But yeah, it's very true about the system, and the community is the cement that holds the business together, the bricks and mortar.
It is.
Yeah,
And
I get a
one
lot
thing-
of questions when people ask me, "What are you have an online business? So what do you do? What is your online? Like, what do you sell online? What is your actual purpose? Maybe not my purpose, but what do I do?" And I tell them what I do, and then but I also answer them and say, "But you can do almost anything you want to do. You're learning how to develop a personality online that can go into any niche that." You're trying to take what you're good at and use the things that you know and enhance them and bring them into the online world. And I have a hard time explaining that a lot of times. Does anybody else have a better explanation for what I'm trying to say? Because it's kind of like, I think everybody kind of sees what I'm trying to say, but I don't really have, I never put it in the right words. So who has a better way of saying that?
Well, I don't actually tell them what I do. I actually say to them, have you ever heard of the digital economy? And then I sit back and I listen to what they know. And it's very interesting because I actually did a few interviews before Christmas of different age groups, and the people that actually knew more about it were people of my age, 50 plus. And they actually had been to look at it because some of their friends of friends were actually involved in it, and they were making a lot of money. One had a dog sitting business, and she put it through the digital side of things, got a Facebook page. And she was getting, contacts off several people. And I said, well, what does that mean to you? And she said, well, actually, I can't do it all on my own like I used to and have a frontage or a shop where people came in. Now I've got to have an online presence. So I thought, oh, well, that's interesting. Tell me more about your online presence. And she went into great detail. And I went, well, that's funny because that's what I do.
Oh, that's great.
But you're not going to have that conversation with everybody. But I think the danger is, and I'm sure Steve will agree, is that we go and talk people out of it almost because they think, oh my God, that's too complicated.
You know what I use as a way of explaining this? I come across the same issues. I just say, they say, so what do you do? I say, well, I'm a corner shop and I sell a bottle of Coke. And when I sell a bottle of Coke, I make a commission on it. It's so simple. And that is the easiest way to get a simple explanation across of what we do. It doesn't necessarily tell them what the SFM offers as such, but I can go into that if they ask me. But as long as I can get that simple understanding of what an affiliate is to them, then I've done my job.
Yeah. I've got a friend that recommends a lot of things online. He always recommends like a movie or a book he's reading, or something he just bought, a new computer or a new Steve, or anything new, and he always recommends it online. I'm like, why don't you put your affiliate link and connect yourself to that and be the middleman in that purchase? And he's like, I don't know how to do that. It's too confusing. I'm like, well, it's easy. Through Amazon or through any one of these companies, you can set it up and work it out. But it is confusing, and like Jill said, we do tend to confuse people and make it a little bit make it seem more difficult than it is.
Mm.
I used to do that when I was on Skype calls with people. They'd ask me, in the beginning, I've learned my lesson now, but when I was on Skype to people, then I'd just talk, and they would be more confused after my conversation than they were when they started.
Yeah, I'm a talker. I get that way.
I think the key to those conversations is keep asking people questions. Let the other people talk.
That's it.
Because that way you learn about them and what they are looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
the more questions you ask, the nicer person you are to talk to. if that makes sense, because the one thing that everybody enjoys talking about is themselves. And if you let people talk about themselves and what they're looking for, you're that nice person that didn't have a message to ram down their throats.
Yeah.
You know, so let them tell you what they're looking for, because everybody's looking for something.
Yeah. And then you know if you've
Definitely,
got a solution.
the first thing Sorry, go on, Jill.
No, so go on, carry on, Jay.
Go on, though.
He froze up. Must be cold in Spain.
Somebody please talk.
Hello.
Yeah.
Can everyone hear me?
He's back.
We can hear you now.
I lost my track then. I was like, what's going on? So I'll carry on. You carry on. I'll think about it in a minute.
It must be that Spanish air.
Yeah. I mean, one thing that is important, that, as you can see, there's five different people on this webinar, and 5 different people from different backgrounds, different age groups, different histories, different ethnicities, different abilities, different everything, different technological experience. So we come from all, and then along with the thousands of community members, we're all from a different background. We all have our own story to share and tell. So there's no real one person that this is suited for. This isn't for everyone, but you can be anybody for this to suit you. Like, not everybody can have an online business. That's just the honest truth. A lot of people are just going to sit back and, people will pay the money to do it and sit there and not do anything about it. So it's important that if you are going to do it, that you do commit to doing it. Otherwise, it's just another failed opportunity, and then you start telling everybody, well, it doesn't work. Well, like Steve likes to say, did it not work or did you not work?
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
that's an important...
The plan always works.
I'm sorry, Sri?
The plan always works. It's us who don't work.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And if somebody doesn't have $29.95 to take a good look at this opportunity, then they deserve to be on this opportunity, because obviously they're missing something already.
Yeah. And that's important. I mean, it really is $29.95 to get started.
And that's fully refundable in 30 days.
Yeah. So it's absolutely risk-free. You get no risk whatsoever. And then if you decide, like Steve said, upgrade in that first 30 days, then you move on to the next step, more training, better resources. Not better, but more resources. And you just move on with the system that way. And there's several different levels. There's anything from a basic student member, basic membership, to elite membership, to the Digital Experts Academy, which has 4 different tiers. And all those different positions allow you to get more resources, more tools, more training. And not only that, they position yourself in order for you to make higher commissions if you do become a reseller of the system and of the program. So those are all different levels of tiers that you get in order to advance your career. And I mean, you can make up to, there's $10,000 commissions for the black membership, I think it is. Steve, is that right?
8,000.
8,000. If you're positioned at that level, and I'm not making any claims whatsoever, and I should say that right now. All these, who's good at disclaimers? Who wants to give the disclaimer here?
Any earnings that we talk about are all dependent upon the amount of effort that you put in. There is no typical result, and if you don't work this business, you won't get the results that are being described.
Perfect. So that's our.
Like,
so we're not saying that you're going to make any of this happen, but you do have to put your effort in.
The potential is huge.
Yeah.
But it's like anything else. You can buy a McDonald's franchise for $1 million. If you don't buy the burgers and the chips and the staff, it's not going to pay you. But the most watertight franchise available in the world is a McDonald's franchise, and it will cost you $1 million to start. And you'll have to work for them for 6 months for nothing before they'll even entertain taking a check off you. Because if you don't fit in with them, they don't want your money, because you're just making their reputation worse. But
and then you still have to, like you said, buy products, staff your business, market your business, take out ads, pay the electricity. I mean, McDonald's just offers you the franchise, which is an opportunity to own a McDonald's, and that's it. I mean, I don't know all the details, but you have to do the rest of it based on how your business model works. And that's
Well,
what the Six-Figure Mentors offers.
Yeah.
there is
That's right.
potential. There is potential. The sky is the limit if you're willing to soar as an eagle. If you're going to just sit on the fence, you have fenced yourself in. You
We'll
got
get a
raised to
sore
be big.
bottom.
You'd be a turkey buzzard.
Or a turkey twizzler.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to throw something in there. Steve did touch on it there, and it's the effort that it takes and the time it actually takes for this to start working. It can work from day one if you put the effort in and you're doing all the right things. But realistically,
Sorry, Jay, real quick. Sri's got to go, so Sri, goodbye. Thanks, buddy.
Goodbye. If anybody
okay,
wants to
cool.
get in touch with me, they can get in touch with me at jill-humphreys.com.
So you're the dark, handsome stranger she's running off to America with, then?
Oh no, it's out.
All right,
Well, put it back quick.
his computer's about to bail out, so.
Bye, Sri.
Bye.
Yeah. The perfect lady. She doesn't drink, doesn't smoke, and only swears when it slips out.
All right, Jay, so go ahead. You were saying something. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
So I was saying that you can start achieving results from day one, but that, you know, realistically, I think it was Stuart that said the other day that to start being consistent, it normally takes 6 months to a year, even longer in some people's cases, all depending on what effort you're actually putting into your business. I know Chris was quite lucky in his first month. He made a few 2 elites and a gold and a couple of members in his first month. But he admits it himself. He was really lucky. But from day one, he was doing all the right things he needed to be doing in order to achieve that result. So I just wanted to throw that little disclaimer out there and say, it's not going to happen overnight. It is going to take time.
Yeah.
It may happen overnight, but don't get bent out of shape if it doesn't.
No.
Yeah. And I think that's
Yeah,
the
true.
problem. I think a lot of people go into this thinking that
I mean,
it's going to happen
if
quickly.
you look at Maria Santos, what was it, 3 years, Steve? I haven't really
Marie
touched base with her
Santos.
too much. Is it 3 years she's been working in this business?
Who's that?
No, 2. Marie came in a month after me, and she nearly quit after 2. But she's
now look at
been pretty persistent.
No,
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
doing great.
Yeah, incredible.
Well, I think it's like Stuart says. Sometimes it can take up to 2 years for people just to get it, just to get the system, just to get the momentum to start thinking. Right. So if I do this, I can do this. Then I can JV and I can joint venture with somebody and I can and suddenly like it's just like these pieces just slot together. Because I could always remember him saying that, and even he said that again on Momentum Day.
Yeah, he said that recently on something. I think it was, and he said it takes people just it could take them up to 2 years just to get it. And then I was like, what? Get what?
Yeah.
And it's true. It's get what you need to like. Just get it. It's a business. It's not something that's going to do. If you don't do it, if you don't log on to your computer at night, it's not going to do it. Nothing's going to happen. I mean, you have to do something consistently and build those habits to consistently. Like these, we've been doing these for 26 weeks.
Wow.
Good, bad, or indifferent. Every Tuesday, we do these. And that's just a habit that I developed, and luckily you guys have developed where we come on board and we do these, and these are helping grow our content, our business, our sales, and everything else, which is our focus. So just building those different habits and creating new habits in order to be able to get it, which means work it.
Do you know, I think the one thing that I love about these Hangouts is that these give people an opportunity to meet real members that are building this business. And it was the early cocktail calls with Chris and Susan and Greg and Fiona 2-3 years ago that kept me in.
Me too.
And the Friday afternoons with Nidge, because it wasn't this guy who climbed out of his Lamborghini and said, yeah, this is easy, man. You know, it was real people. It was genuinely real people that still talked about going to work, that still talked about things not always working out.
Yeah.
And it gave me huge faith that this was possible. And then to go and stand in a room and talk to the same people, that was even more I wouldn't say convincing, compelling, certainly. And it just gave you faith that you were in the right train. You weren't sure how you were going to get to where you were going. You didn't know where the track was leading you, but you just had faith that somebody somewhere knew what was going on. And once you have that faith and you're prepared to back that faith with regular, consistent action, and stop trying to look for the catch, because as long as you're looking for a catch, you're not doing what's necessary. And I think I leapt in with this with both feet, and then spent the next 6 months scrabbling trying to get out the pool, and I couldn't find a ladder, and I was immersed and getting pulled down and getting depressed. And I teamed up with Anna, who we now are actually partners, completely partnered up. But it was just having one person who was real at the end of a phone to go, "You'll never guess what I did today. I deleted my entire list in Aweber." Oh, God, did you? Yeah, it's awful, it's awful. Well, you're a twat, aren't you? Yeah, I am. It's all your fault that my Facebook ads have gone wrong because you told me to share it in the community. Yeah, but it seemed like a good idea. Yeah, fab idea. Now I can't get a fucking advert done. And, we just kept each other alive in the business, because there are times when you go so low, and you may not have that, but certainly from my perspective, I've sat here at night and gone, why am I doing this? And I know why. I really know why. But there are times when you just question,
is this the right way?
Really? Is it the right way?
Yeah.
And I think Steve Jobs encapsulated this take on mentality, is if you're going to stand outside what normal people do, you have to be prepared to be looked upon as slightly weird, or you've got to be obsessed with why you're doing what you're doing, because otherwise you just won't see it through. And seeing it through is the most important thing. Anybody can jump in, anybody can write a check for 20 grand. That's not a big deal. I'd rather work with somebody who has to think about writing a check for 297. Yeah. Because if they're thinking about writing a check for 297, it shows me that they can think, that they have the right values that I'm looking for. And people that question, I absolutely love working with, because they don't take everything as gospel. Because the people that take everything as gospel and then it doesn't work have got no underpinning knowledge to keep going. The people that have questioned, the people that reason their way through, I love working with. It's like Troy in Australia at the moment. He is on fire, and he's questioned me every Sunday morning. Right, mate, well, I've done this and it doesn't work, and I've done that and it's not bloody working. What's going on? Right, okay. Did you really do this, or did you just have a beer and thought? And he's really started to come out of his shell, and he's phenomenal. Now, he just doesn't sell information. He's used the training, and he's gone off and got himself a marketing directorship with a kite surf firm, and he's just had a 3-week tour in the States. Just from what he's learned in this business.
Yeah.
So you don't know where this will take you. You just have to have the faith in your own decision making that you're doing the right thing. And the crucial part of that is, having made a decision, see it through. See it through. Anyone can write a check and walk away. Big deal, whoopee-doo. The real people that count write the check and then put the work in, and they're the people I'm looking for. Sorry, I've gone off on one slightly there. It really matters that people understand that the commitment that they're making is to themselves. I can't make them do anything. They have to have that commitment to themselves.
You got a party going on over there, James?
Not me, mate.
Oh shit! Keep it going, Steve. I just had a sale.
Did you really?
Yeah, honest to God.
From somebody that was out there? Oh, you're on mute.
I've just had an email right now from Stuart saying you've got a new upsell. I'm like, bingo.
That's progress in motion, in action. That's
There you
success
go.
in action. That's awesome. But what you said, Steve, like, you want people that question you and question what's going on, and those are the people that you want.
Yeah.
And that's a great point, but you're not necessarily looking for skeptics, because a skeptic is never going to turn its, they're always looking for a reason not to do something.
Yeah.
We're looking for people that are looking for reasons to do something, but are looking for that right something. And those are the questions we're looking for, not the, well, does it work? Well, how much money do you make? Those people are just, they're always going to find a reason not to do something.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
look, James is frozen in his.
I know, that's amazing smile. Look at that face. That's like pure elation.
I don't know if you can see it or not, but. So again, if you're looking to move forward with the Six Figure Mentors, the Digital Experts Academy, if you're looking to find out, not exactly what you're supposed to do for the rest of your life, but what it's all about, what steps you need to take. The first step you need to take is somewhere on any page that you're sitting on, there's got to be a link that's saying get an application, fill out an application, join us, or you've gotten on one of our web pages or one of our websites, you've seen how to get access to our training and how to get started with our training. That's the first step. Beyond that is just up to you. But the first step is to take that next, even if you're just getting the free training that we offer by joining one of our lists, and then taking it further from there. But that alone, that 7-day video series explains so much about this business and what we're actually, what the whole purpose of the business is, and what you learn and what you can potentially create for yourself over the next 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, 2 years, or the rest of your life, however long you decide to take this. But the first step is to take action and make that effort to get into either one of those, our 7-day series, which is free. All we ask of you is your email address and that you open our emails, because we send a lot of cool stuff. And the next step is to fill out an application. And once that's approved, you speak to our business consultants and our business coach, and they'll point you in the right direction based on your ability and what's right for you after you guys have a small, short conversation. So you can still see that he's like frozen in that smile face.
I know, it's amazing.
Are you gone? Now he's going to the party. See, now he's going to have a drink.
He's probably jumped in the pool now.
Yeah, that's great. So I mean, but that's how these businesses work. You could be anywhere in the world, and he just got a payday. So that's pretty impressive, and it's good to see online. And that's not set up. This wasn't scripted by any means. So if anybody's watching, going, oh, they meant to do that. That's, he's sitting poolside in Spain, and he just made a sale. So I mean, that's kind of what it's all about, right, guys? I mean, that's exactly what it's all about.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's back.
Yeah, you were frozen.
Sorry about
with a big smile on your face for about 5 minutes.
Brilliant.
Yeah, so that's cool. That's good.
Love that.
I was just telling everybody that's watching that wasn't set up.
That is
laptop lifestyle. So I think
if I could share it. If I should.
Oh, we lost you.
Go on.
Go ahead. Oh, he's frozen again.
I said if I could share my screen, I would have.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I totally believe you. I mean, I'm sure everybody else does. We saw that smile on your face, and you're not that good of an actor, so.
I'm a terrible actor, you know that.
Yeah. So now you're one closer to your little graph that you were doing at your house on your whiteboard. So you don't travel with your whiteboard, do you?
No, it's a bit too big. I put a smiley face next to every sale though, and celebrate it.
Awesome.
Good.
But
And then I eat.
Go ahead.
And then I email Chris, and he sends me an email back every morning saying, "Boom." And he says he loves starting his day with a sale.
He's still traveling?
Yeah, he's still away. Yeah.
He'll be back. Well, that's super awesome, and I mean, I just want to let everybody know that if you do want to move forward, go ahead and take us up on one of our offers. Open up our emails, and I'm sure there's a link in our emails or anywhere else that you find us. You'll know how to get involved. So I think we could probably wrap this up. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Yep.
I think that's a great way to wrap it up. Is showing somebody sitting in front of a pool in Spain making a sale. If I needed a closer, that was it.
Awesome. Awesome.
So Steve, how do people get in touch with you if they want to move forward with you?
Oh, you're asking me too soon. Hold on. I've done a little bit of a preparation.
Oh. Yeah.
Just bear with me.
Yep, you're on.
Okay, can you all see that?
Not yet.
Can you see it now? No?
No.
I saw it before when you were doing it.
Oh, bloody technology. Wouldn't you just say?
Don't you love it?
Right, okay, hold on. So now, if I do... Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay, follow that link, people. If you follow that link,
bluecollarpioneers.info/sign up.
yeah, if you follow that link, that'll take you through to a sign-up page. There is a $29.75 sign-up that's guaranteed for 30 days. Go and sign up. If you can't afford $30 now, whatever stage of your life you're at, there's kind of something missing. $30. It's not even £20 sterling. Most people I know, most people in my circle of friends would spend twice that in a pub of an evening and not bat an eyelid. Here is an opportunity to make a serious second income that will set you free at whatever stage of life you're at. And I really recommend that you go and have a look. Okay? So go follow that link. Do what you need to do. People on my list know how to get in touch with me anyway. Anybody else, just bluecollarmillionaires.com and you'll find me or Anna and come and talk to us. And if you don't like what you see, that's cool. So if I stop sharing my screen now, however I do that, that should be there.
You made a good point, Steve, about the $29.95 application fee, which is completely refundable in 30 days. If you're not, if at any minute you don't like anything, no questions asked, just hit refund my money and you get it back. And I've seen many people do that. And but you're right. I did a post the other day where I talked about, or I did an email the other day where I talked about what else I can get for $29.95, and it was a 2-topping pizza and a 6-pack of beer. It was just a steak at a nice restaurant. No tip, no drinks, nothing. And
no knife and fork.
I'm sorry?
No knife and fork.
No, you got to eat it with your hands. And I think it was some like one thing of Chinese food rice and a platter. And I think that's all you can get for $29.95. And I was like, well, so I did a whole post on what you could do with $29.95, or you can change the rest of your life by moving forward with, or try to change the rest of your life by moving forward.
If you don't change the rest of your life, you can put it to bed and get your money back and then go and have your pizza.
Yeah, right. You can't do it the other way because you'll never get your money back from the pizza.
No, exactly. So this way you can have your view round and get your pizza, or have your cake and eat it.
Yeah, you have both.
That's cool.
So, James, how do people get in touch with you if they want to get in touch with you and help you build your business a little bit more?
I'll apologise for the noise. They're singing My Delilah, and I'm not going to tune it in because I'm not a very good singer as well. It's not a very good actor. So, if you think about it, have you ever been into a shop or been and bought anything and you thought, I kind of want to try that on at home, or I want to try it out, and then you take it home and you try it out and you decide it's not for you? And it's very simple, the logic behind this. A 30-day money back guarantee is exactly what it says on the tin. Go and have a look, try it. If you like it, fine. If you don't like it, it doesn't make any difference. So I just wanted to put that out there. If you want to come and speak to us, we're available at chrisandj.com. Come and schedule a call with us, or you can find us on Facebook at Chris and J Digital Entrepreneurs. And we'd love to hear from you and have a chat.
Awesome. Cool. And congratulations. And have fun in Spain.
I'll try my best.
Jill, how do people get in touch with you?
Well, it's exactly the same with the other guys, literally. I mean, if you do some online shopping, you're going to get a product. Sometimes it's a digital product, sometimes it's a physical one, whichever way you can send that back if it's not suitable, whatever. But I urge you, for a price of a takeaway, to do something for the rest of your life rather than just sit there and think, another day, draw those curtains another day. You know, there is a lot more out there, and taking a look at it will actually open your eyes to what's up and coming. Because we are in the digital business, we are in the digital economy. Whether you know it or not, it is here, and we're here to tell you how. Contact me is jill-humphries.com. I'm on Facebook, I'm on YouTube, I'm on Twitter, I'm everywhere.
Yes, you are, and luckily
Come
you
and
are.
come and talk to me. I would be really glad to spend some time, quality time with you. If you've got some quality questions for me, I'll be too glad to answer them.
Awesome. Perfect. Well, bottom line is this: if you're willing and you want to learn a new skill, a skill that is going to excel you in the new economy, not something that's going to hold you behind, because a lot of jobs that are coming out these days, and a lot of the training that people are coming right out of school with, just don't have what is needed for them to move on in the future. We're moving on into a completely different way of thinking. We're moving on into a completely new model in life, which is the digital model. And if you want to learn a skill that gets you on the front of that bell curve, if you want to get in the front of that trend, then this is the company to do it with, because the educational platform is over the top. The earning potential is over the top. Again, we're not making any claims on how much you will earn. We're not making any claims that this is a push button, instant success thing. You will have to work. You will have to invest some time. You will have to invest some money, and you will have to put your feet to the grindstone to get things going, to make it work. To get a hold of me and get in touch with me, I'm at parttimebusinessbuilder.com. You can find me online. You can find me on Google, Facebook, anywhere else. And just get in there. Like everybody said, it's $29.95 just to get an application in. And if you don't like the training, which I know you will, it blew my mind right off the bat, and that's why I'm still here 18 months later. If you don't like it, then you could just hit a button and get your money back, and then go buy a pizza or something with it and blow it that way.
And actually probably still keep access to the training.
Yeah,
So
I think
you learn for free, and you can go and apply it to whatever you need to.
Yeah.
So it's a double whammy bonus every which way, to be fair.
Win-win situation.
Yeah.
It really is. You get to keep. I mean, even if you just do it for that, but we're so confident in the product. Beyond that we're thinking that once you start getting into that product, you just end up staying and then building this business that so many people want, and so many people want the freedom that comes along with it after you get it, like Jill was saying before. So, All right, guys, I think that's going to do it for episode number 26. Thanks for stopping by and checking us out, and hanging out with us. Hopefully we've gotten enough information to you. If you have any more questions, feel free to just hit us up, and we're here to answer anything you need. So, anybody else have anything else?
No, not at all. The only dumb question is the one you forget to ask.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right. All right, guys, thanks for coming by. Have fun in Spain. And we missed Scott tonight, and Sri had to bail early, and we missed Sandra and a couple other people. But other than that, we are all here and ready to go, and we will see you next week. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.